Hi Leo, welcome to June. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a new moon eclipse in Gemini on June 10th and a full moon, just a regular full moon, in Capricorn on the 24th. Mars moves into your sign this month and Venus moves into Cancer. Mercury is retrograde most of the month. It goes direct on the 22nd in Gemini. And then we have Jupiter and Neptune moving retrograde this month as well. So we'll look at that later. Let's see, what do the cards say about Leo? What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of June 2021? What is coming up for Leo? What is coming up for Leo, June 2021? What is coming up for Leo, June 2021? The Four of Pentacles, the Death card, the Nine of Wands, the Sun, the Queen of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Emperor, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands, which could be your energy. So the Four of Pentacles crossed by the Death card. You're holding on to something. And the death, something is ending in your life. A cycle is ending. And you have to accept that this cycle is ending. And you have to clear, like you're holding on to something that needs to be let go of. It could be for financial security or emotional security. Whatever it is, you're holding on too tight. And the Death card means you have to clear out the old. You have to release the past, accept that a cycle has ended, and so that you can make room for the new. Because as long as you keep holding on to the past, you're locked in that energy, and you can't embrace the new cycle that wants to come in. Because you have the Six of Swords, you have the potential to move on to something better, but you won't do that if you don't release whatever it is you're holding on to that's holding you back. You have the Nine of Wands here. This is a card of maybe you feel like you always have to defend yourself, or you've been struggling with something for a long time. I feel like you have a lot of mental stress. You have the Nine of Swords here and the Moon. You may not be seeing things clearly. You've been dealing with something and you need greater clarity. Something that you thought you were done with may come back to be revisited this month. It could be a battle. It could be an issue where you've already defended yourself in the past. It could be even a relationship that you thought was done. And now it comes back to be dealt with. Maybe you need to have some type of closure. In the recent past, though, you have the Sun. So the Sun gives you the power to overcome whatever difficulties you have in the reading. So if you're struggling with something, you have the potential to overcome it. But I think part of it has to be learning how to let go, learning how to release worry and fear, not letting your mind work overtime. I feel like you're overthinking things. And a lot of the things that you're worried about and fearful over may not even happen. It's all in your mind because you have this Moon card. This is a card of, your imagination working overtime. The Nine of Swords is a card of worry. You could be dealing with either the Queen of Swords or the Knight of Pentacles. It could be air or earth. Someone who's either Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel this is your environment, the Knight of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with someone that likes to do things very methodically, very down to earth, very easygoing. Maybe you're worried about this person, or you have feelings of guilt or mental stress over this person. The Queen of Swords energy, you could be dealing with someone that has their guard up. Maybe you feel like you can't reach this person. It's hard to communicate, but it could also be your energy. You could be the one having the guard up. Somebody in the relationship is not wanting to be vulnerable, not opening up to love. They're like have this protective stance, because I keep seeing this with the Nine of Wands, like you're protecting yourself. You're keeping your emotions close to your chest. It's like you don't trust, or you don't want to be vulnerable. You have a fear of being vulnerable. But you have the Six of Swords energy, which is a card of moving away from difficulty, moving toward greater harmony. Could even be a physical move that might help your situation, where you're moving away from problems, moving away from mental stress. But I think you have to let go of something. Maybe you're too controlling. Maybe you're trying to control the outcome, and you're not going with the flow. So maybe you need to kind of not be afraid to embrace change. Be a little bit more vulnerable, drop your guard. Don't feel like the whole world is out to get you, or feel like you have to defend yourself all the time. And you have this Emperor card here, and it's surrounded by these swords. So I feel like you could be dealing with someone, and this could be either you or your partner, someone that's not wanting to take responsibility for themselves. Someone that is maybe a little bit insecure, not wanting to step up and be the leader in their own life. Maybe you're too dependent on a relationship and not wanting to take charge. So I feel like you need to tap into the King of Wands energy. If you want to achieve the Sun, which is a card of harmony, marriage, everything working out, you have to be a leader in your own life. You can't depend on other people too much. You have to take the positive energy of the Emperor is someone who creates something solid and stable, someone who is a natural leader, a boss energy, an executive energy. So you have to, maybe you've lost that somehow. You've given your power away, and you have to claim it. You have to reclaim it and be this leader, be the king, speak up without being too bossy. But, communicate what you want to happen, how you see things happening. Trust your own judgment, but don't let worry and fear hold you back. And don't cling to things that you need to let go of. I feel like you may need a different perspective. Maybe your perspective is a little bit distorted, and you need to communicate and bounce some ideas off other people and get a different perspective. And learn how to, forgive the past, release the past. I feel like there's something from your past that's holding you back, that's preventing these good things from coming in. Part of it is overthinking. Part of it is holding on to something that you need to release. Part of it is not taking responsibility for your own life, letting other people run your life. You need to be more, stand up for yourself. Don't be intimidated. Don't let someone else take you in a direction where you don't need to go. So let's see, what does the astrology have to say for you? So you have the new moon in the 11th house, and it's conjunct Mercury, which is retrograde. So the 11th house is the house of hopes and dreams, and it's wanting to have a new start. You could have a new friendship that could develop into a relationship. Or it could be a new project or a group that you're belonging to. With Mercury retrograde, you might be reconnecting with people from the past, friendships that you once knew. This Mercury retrograde and the new moon is squaring Neptune in the 8th house. So you have some things that you need to deal with within yourself. You need to deal with your own personal demons and things that have been preventing you from connecting with someone on an intimate level. Because the 8th house, you have Neptune there. The 8th house can represent sex, death, other people's money, resources. There could be some confusion around financial resources that are coming your way, maybe a partner's income. Something that you were dependent on may disappear. And you may have to stand up for yourself and take care of yourself this month. But I feel like your thinking is clouded, and you may have to rethink or see things in like, don't let confusion. You may need to bounce ideas off of someone else, because I feel like you're thinking about a friend or a partnership is distorted in some way. You have Saturn in the 7th house. So Saturn is showing you the reality. It's showing you like, hey, this is what I need to do. If I want a relationship to work, this is what I need to do. This is because Saturn represents commitment and discipline and reality. Sometimes it could show the reality of a relationship where you realize, you know what, I'm not really compatible with this person. And you decide to end a relationship. Or it can just show you, hey, I need to step up to the plate. This is what I need to do to make my relationship work. So one way or another, you're seeing the reality with Saturn. Now this new moon eclipse, it's a solar eclipse, so it can eclipse a male figure from your life. It could be a friend or a relationship, business partnership even. But it's trining Saturn. So if you take responsibility, if you own your own contribution in the equation, in the partnership, you can fix things. You can make things more stable. But if you avoid that responsibility, then it could maybe possibly lead to an ending. But you have that potential to have a new friendship come in or a new beginning. Like, you can approach groups and friendships and your goals and your dreams in a different way. So I feel like you need to change your thinking and your handling of certain things. Like, be a little bit less controlling, a little more open to change and discussing, bouncing ideas. Be open to other ideas and be open to compromise. You have Uranus in the 9th. You have Chiron in the 9th house. So I feel like there's some wounding. There's a wound around education or your spiritual belief system. Maybe even your ability to share your wisdom and your knowledge. I feel like you need to embrace other cultures or expand your awareness outside of your environment and be more open to new ideas and other cultures and other ways of doing things. And I think that could help. It'll help you manifest your goals. Uranus is in your 10th house, so your career is kind of shaky, like your status. But Venus is moving into Cancer this month, and it's going to be in your 12th house. So you could have some hidden feelings for someone. Maybe you're not expressing your feelings. It would be good to... the worst case scenario is that you have a relationship that has to be hidden. Maybe you're like, there's like some secret romance going on. But it could also mean that you're not expressing your feelings for someone, and that's causing problems in the relationship. So you need to tell someone how you feel. Tell someone you care if you do care. Mars has been in the 12th house, so if you might be feeling repressed anger and not knowing how to express that anger, or you might be resentful over some things. So you need to communicate. If you can communicate, it can help the relationship. At some point, Mars is moving into Leo, and it will move across your ascendant and into the 1st house. That is going to happen around the 12th, and you're going to feel more energetic. You've had Mars in the 12th. It doesn't make you feel... It kind of kills your energy when it's in the 12th. It's the hidden house, so you don't feel like taking action. You don't feel like, you just don't have the energy. But when Mars moves into your 1st house, you're going to feel more energetic. You're going to be more proactive. So that'll be a good thing. Saturn is in your 7th house right now, and it's squaring Uranus in your 10th house. So there could be some power, some struggles around, you may need to be freed from something. Maybe you want to pursue a career goal and you need to free yourself from a partnership to do it. Or maybe you need to be freed from some type of career situation so you could follow your true path. But there's like this conflict between Saturn, the old way of doing things, and Uranus, the need for freedom. And you have Uranus in the 10th house. So you need to follow your path. You may be changing your life direction to something that's more authentic, that fits who you are better. And that could involve some changes in relationships, especially if you're locked into something and you feel responsible and you feel like I have this commitment I can't break free from. Uranus will help you see what you need to be free. So it could break you out of a partnership because you need that right now. You need that freedom. Mars, before it moves into Leo, will oppose Pluto. And that's happening in your 12th house and Pluto in your 6th. So there could be some health issue that you need to take care of, or there could be some power struggles in a work situation. What you don't want to do is don't let anyone bully you, and don't hold back your anger. If you're resentful about something, speak up in a calm way and resolve it. And if you need to take action on some health issue, take action. Don't wait till, something that's been simmering for a long time may erupt in anger. If you've been like holding back, you're not communicating, you're resenting something, and you're not saying anything, Mars opposite Pluto, you could just have a big blowout. When you finally do release that energy, it becomes, volatile. So don't wait for the eruption. Let things out when you're in a calm mode. The full moon in Capricorn is happening in your 12th house, or actually the moon is in the 6th house, the sun is in the 12th house. So something will come to a head around either a health issue or a work environment issue. You'll see certain truths. Some truths will be revealed at this time. You may feel, and Venus will be opposing Pluto. So don't get into any kind of power struggle. Don't try to bully someone or manipulate someone. There could be manipulation going on with Venus opposing Pluto. So either if you're the one who's doing the bullying or the manipulating, don't do it. If someone else is trying to bully you or manipulate you, don't stand for it. Jupiter is in your 8th house in Pisces. It's going to go retrograde. It's going to go back into Aquarius, into the 7th house. So Jupiter in Pisces is a good time. It may bring financial opportunity. You might get financial support from governmental institutions, insurance payout, a partner's income may help you at this time. Mars will move into the 1st, and it's going to square Uranus in the 10th and oppose Saturn in the 7th. So there's going to be some power struggles in relationships this month when Mars moves into Leo and around this full moon. And you may have to come to a decision. What do I need to be free? What do I need to be free? What do I need to feel authentic? So you could either decide to end the relationship, and maybe you need to live somewhere else because it's going to, the way out of a T-square is through the opposite sign, and that would be your home sector. Maybe you need to move into a different environment. Maybe you need a career change. Maybe whatever relationships, and this could be business partnerships, business commitments, as well as romantic, or marital partnerships, committed partnerships. You need freedom from something at this time so you could be more authentic, so you could be following a truer path. And if you don't address this tension, it can erupt. You may feel blocked, or you may feel stifled by authority figures. But the way out is to finding out, what do I need to feel nurtured? What do I need to heal within myself at this time? Maybe I need to find a place that can take care of me, that can give me what I need. Maybe whatever you're existing in now is not comforting you enough, or it's not nurturing you enough. And you need to make some changes in a partnership to find one that is more nurturing, that is more healing, that has more of a healing vibe or a nurturing vibe. So that's what's happening for you, Leo, this month. You're going to see some truths in partnerships. You might have some power struggles. You might have some health issues that you need to address, or work issues. But if you stand up for your rights, and if you learn how to release any past anger or resentments, you could be moving into a better environment by the end of the month. Especially when Neptune goes retrograde, it will give you more clarity. And as Neptune moves away from Mercury, you'll be able to communicate with greater clarity. Your thinking will be clearer. You won't be as confused. You won't be as, you might see things in a clearer way. And that will help you to think your way out of a problem and communicate your way out of any problems. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Leo. If you did, click on the like button. Click on the subscribe button. Leave a comment. If you'd like a private reading where we can deal with just your specific situation, because this is a general reading, it may not apply to everyone, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful June. Embrace change. Don't try to hold on to something that's not working, and move on to better things, better and brighter things. Remember that you are the king. You are the lead. You're a natural leader. You can take charge of your life and make it what you want. So I hope you do that, Leo. And like I said, enjoy June, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye.